It's that time. We're back. Race 2 of JP Racing League Tier 1 Season 3. And we're here at Azerbaijan. Right. Practice 1 begins. The second practice of the season. And we're here at one of the most difficult tracks on the calendar, Azerbaijan. As an Audi is coming out of the pit lane, it's Cass. Let me just fix my setting, hold on. Oh, I can't. Oh, shit. Nah, that's alright. We only have 8 drivers today. And, oh, Cass is left. Oh dear. Might have disconnected in some way. So I will invite him back. So DJ comes out of the pit lane, teleports in behind one of the Cadillacs, which is Ed. I feel like this is going to be a chaotic race today. DJ is just... Oh, off into the escape road goes Ed. I'm going to be coughing a lot, by the way, because I have been sick lately. How about this part of the track? 7 meters wide. Definitely one of the most difficult spots on the calendar. And you have to go through there with so much confidence and precision. Oh, DJ's now left. What is going on with people's internet today? Holy lockup from Alan. Almost everyone out on track. We're just waiting for Gilbert and DJ. I'm hearing lots of wheel spin. But anyways, let's watch Ad. We have a yellow flag. And it's no, it's Fuzz. He must have spun. Coming out of the first turn or something. I apologize for this, guys. I've been quite sick recently, so yeah. Oh, I think 2 others just left. Everyone's leaving. So I think Cass is one of those that left. I saw his name pop up quickly. So it's Cass, Fuzz. I can't remember the other one. Oh, DJ has retired and left. And it started still moving. Technicians retired and left. So are we restarting? So I'm guessing we're restarting the lobby. We're making a new lobby apparently. Okay. Oh, I think Alan just crashed. Yes, he did. Oh, he's done a Charlotte clear. We're restarting a new lobby anyway, so this doesn't matter. But yeah, interesting. Right, I just need to give this a bit. And then I will accept it. Apparently servers are done for. So hopefully that won't be affecting us too much. Apparently it should be better now. So fingers crossed for that. Alright, we're back after a little hiccup there. But we're back to start JP Racing League Season 3, Race 2 here in Azerbaijan. One of the most difficult circuits. Shit. Alright. Let's go. So we've got cars going out on track now. DJ leading the way. From one of the McLarens, it is Fuzz. So if you can hear some birds. So we've got 5 cars out on track right now. DJ, Fuzz, Cass, both Cadillacs now to make it 6, and the Red Bull of Allen, as last week's winner BS will not be racing today, and neither will Silver. Let's ride on board with DJ. He had a very, very tough time last week. He got 2nd place in qualifying, but his race was just miserable. Broke his front wing multiple times and then crashed out at turn 10. So let's hope that this race is going to be better for him. He was last season's winner. Out of only 2 drivers that finished, him and his teammate Fuzz in the Aston Martins from last season. Marty also isn't, who is known as El Presidente on the game, and into the wall goes DJ. A very, very early retirement for him. And he's out. So that is not great for him at all. So he's only got, 2 minutes of practice. He's only done 1 lap. And that's done for him. So that's unfortunate to see him go out so early. Hopefully we don't see too much of that during the race, so we actually have some drivers to watch out there. Imagine if we get everyone to attire this race yellow flag, and it's one of the Cadillacs. Ad has gone into the wall at turn 4. Backs it out. So, lots of drivers making mistakes, as we saw last week in Australia, which is to be expected. New cars and a brand new season. And he hits the wall again. So, he's got no damage. Oh, but he goes into the wall and does a Charles Leclerc. And now Ad is the second driver to crash out now. We only have 6 drivers left in this practice session. Cat's put in a lap 154.1 and Bo goes way quicker, 144.9. Alan, 151.3. He's second fastest at the moment in the Red Bull. Teammates with BS, who is not racing today. We have a yellow flag, and I believe that's the Racing Bulls of Technician. And it is. So that was at turn 7. We're seeing lots of mistakes so far already. Ooh, yellow flag, and Fuzz has now crashed out. That's 3 gone, and there hasn't even been 10 minutes left in the session. No front wing on Technician's car. Pretty much the opposite to what Cass had. Last week he had no nose, and but he had his front wing. It's very, very bizarre to see that kind of glitch. Borrow, I believe, went into the escape road, and so did Alan just now. So that's already 3 drivers gone out of the practice session, and we're not even 10 minutes in. 52 minutes and 30 seconds remaining. Ooh, big slide there as he rode the curb there on the exit, which put his car in a little bit of a difficult situation. But he's all okay, he saved it. So Technician and Gilbert has not set a time yet, and then we've got two retirements who haven't set a time, and DJ Fuzz, who set a 147.4. He crashed out. Just look at the amount of people that we've seen crashed out. Cass has improved to 145.3 now, up into second for him. Pretty much exactly a second off of Borrow, who's got a 144.3. Remember, false cockpit cam. So, there's no TV pod. They'll just be seeing the cockpit view as they drive around this incredible Baku street circuit. Very, very challenging. Very narrow at some places. 7 meters wide at the castle section. Technicians put in lap time 147.8. That's good enough for P4. And Gilbert's the only one that hasn't set a time that is currently actually his car is still working. So, yeah. Will there be another retirement this session? Probably not. But if that keeps happening, there could be. Alan having another lock-up and turning the car back around and going back onto the racetrack. I want to see if I could fix my camera setting. I can't, can I? No. That's alright. That's a really cool shot. Technicians improved to 146.6. That's P3 for him now. Gilbert's gone off into the escape road. So, he hasn't set a time yet. He can still, but it's going to be a very, very slow one. Oh, he's gone off. Just about manages to avoid the wall. So he's having a tough time at the moment. And yellow flag, and that's Cass. And he's gone off onto the escape road slightly. But he's back on track, no damage from what I can see from. And everything's all okay. Back on Gilbert now. So he hasn't invalidated, so a time will still be set on the board. But it's going to be a very, very slow one. 2 minutes 10 seconds into his lap. Very long lap. And he's quite struggling at the moment. And there we go. 2 minutes 30 seconds, .3. Now that is one of the best laps I've ever seen. Oh, I've just realised Borro's retired, so I wasn't looking. But Borro has retired. He's probably crashed out somewhere. So we only have 4 drivers in this practice session. And we've still got 42 minutes to go. Now I just wonder how much drivers will retire during the race. Just going to be 1.5 hours long. So yeah, let's see. So far, lots of mistakes here in practice. Lots of wheel spin I'm hearing. The session. They'll be hurting the tyres a lot. Draining the battery, and it won't. Oh, good save. Good save there from Cass. And he'll keep going. But yeah, wheel spin drains the battery without gaining any lap time and kills the rear tyres. So don't want to be doing much wheel spin at all. Oh, Gilbert spun round, and Alan is off in the escape road at turn 1. Plenty of action just then. Alan is on 9 laps on hards. So he's probably doing a little bit of a race run at the moment. Whew. Came out of that corner so wide. Just about made the corner. We're locked there into the castle section. Yellow flag. And that's Technician, and spun round and into the wall. And he just goes forward into the wall and breaks his front wing. Yeah, that's hefty damage on his front wing. And he's definitely got to come in at the end of this lap. Alan and Gilbert not far off. Only 2/10 between them. Cass and Boy not far off either. 3/10 between them. A 10th between Cass and Technician. And then 4/10 between Technician and Alan. And then another 2/10 between Gilbert and Alan. Technician's gone into the pit lane. So I imagine he'll put on a different set of tyres, and Gilbert beats him up into P3 in the McLaren, 145.3. So we only have 2 cars out on track now, 2 in the pit lane and 4 that have crashed out. So Borrow, who had crashed out quite a bit ago, still P1. 3/10 clear of Cass in at P2. So seems like it's quite close between these guys. There's a bit of a gap here and there. But at the moment, they're not too far off each other, and it's only practice, so that's good to see. Gilbert goes into the pit lane. Alan out there at the moment as Cass peels out to try and snatch P1 off of Borrow, but he won't if he keeps doing that. So Alan also goes into the pit lane, so it's just Cass out there at the moment. That bollard has finally been taken out. Technician out there at the moment, going through turn 7. These are two of only 4 drivers that's still in the session. Only 2 finished last season in the race. Hopefully we see more finish. But at the moment it's not looking like it will happen. 1.5 hour long race. Everyone trying to push really hard. Try and get the best result. And mistakes can happen. And around Baku, when there's mistakes, there's crashes. So let's see what happens. Just so incredibly narrow through there. 7 meters wide. And probably one of the most difficult parts in the entire calendar. Off the track goes Technician. And he rejoins. Cass goes fastest, 1:43.8. That's a good lap. And puts him around 5/10 ahead of Bolo. So that's a nice lap. Technician has got damage, so he did hit the wall somewhere, so he may need to pit. Alan is back out on track. Haven't seen Gilbert on track for a bit now. So I'll imagine he'll be pitting right now, Technician. And yes, he does. Oof, that was so close. And he just about managed to avoid the wall there. So, great avoidance here from Alan. Cass improves 1:43.3 now. And he's now pretty much a second quicker than Bolo. Let's ride on board on a lap with Alan. So it seems like he doesn't have much confidence in the car. And hopefully we see some more pace, as he had a massive mistake at turn 3, what he's coming up to now. Not getting the lines just right. Yellow flag, and that's who we're seeing right now, going very, very slowly is Alan on the back straight. Technician, as you can see on the map, now coming out the pit lane. And Technician might have had another issue here. Yellow flag. He's got no damage this time, so that's good to see. So, of course, Alan, I believe, was the Tier 1 champion of Season 1. So it's good to see him here. Champions from the past season, Season 1, of course, Alan, who we are watching right now, and who has just gone off into the escape road and will be rejoining now, and DJ was the other last season that was champion. So good to see that we've got both champions here this race. He's driving very, very slowly on the back straight here. Technician's coming up behind him. Oh, and into the wall and breaks his front wing again. Technician having a really, really tough time, as he has broken his front wing again. We're past the halfway mark in practice. Latest retirement bar, which I believe was 40 minutes left to go, so it's been 20 minutes since then. So it's been a bit now. But Technician, he just keeps hitting the wall. He was Technician involved in all the chaos last week. Been in multiple clashes, even in practice with Fuzz, as he hit the rear of his car. He's gone off the road. We haven't seen it Gilbert out on track for a bit now. Yeah, and into the pit lane goes Technician. Cass at the moment, fastest. Cass was 7th last season in the championship, and he goes into the pit lane now. And we just have Alan on track. He's been out there for a while now. 14 laps on the hard tyre. Oh, and into the wall goes Alan, and now he is retired at the castle section. Not the first we've seen today, and surely won't be the last. He is out, and we only have 3 drivers left with 20 minutes to go in practice. Just look at the caliber of drivers making mistakes here. Unbelievable. Remember, all this is on realistic performance. So the faster drivers are in the slower cars, and the slower drivers are in the faster cars. Just to make racing a bit more closer. Technician out there at the moment. Going down to turn 3 now. Hopefully he can put in a fairly decent lap this time round. Cass has gone onto the soft tyre. So he's going to be doing some quali laps, I believe. Technician, 1 second slower on that lap. So, we had 8 drivers participating in Azerbaijan last season, and we have 8 this season. Only 2 finished, which was Fuzz and DJ. And it looks like it might be a repeat year. We only have 3 drivers left, and we've had 40 minutes of practice. It is a very, very tough circuit. Ooh, big snap of oversteer there. I think the curb just unsettled him there. And that was very scary. Great save there from him. Yellow flag, and that's Cass. Probably just managed to avoid the wall. He must have. And we see Gilbert out on track now. It's been a while. Just tapping the wall there, Gilbert. Yellow flag in its technician, and he spun round at turn 16. Moves back on swiftly. 6 kilometres of the circuit, 3.7 miles. Going to have a race distance of 306 kilometres, 190.1 miles. And off into the escape road goes Technician. He's probably the most we've seen go off today. That wheel, very sturdily, if that's a word, still on there. Seems like that is a very sturdy wheel. Oh, great lap from Cass, 142.9. So he is even faster now. Cass, he finished second last week. Got a flag in that skill, but Gilbert goes back into the pit lane now. Cass will be going in as well. He's got low fuel. Not a flag, and that's Paul. He's gone off at the escape road. And he's on the soft tyre. Cass has now gone out of the pit lane as well. You can see him in the background there. Let's run on board with Cass as he takes us through a lap. Oh, and that's his lap over there for Cass. As he hit the wall there, there was a yellow flag earlier, and it's Gilbert, and he went off at turn 3. Now damage on Cass's car, so that lap is now over. Technician went back into the pit lane, and Cass is doing the same thing. Oh, off into the escape road and breaks his front wing again. Lots and lots of drivers going off and breaking their front wing. That's going to be a very common theme today. Everyone on the soft tire, we have 4 minutes left in the session before we get into the serious stuff for the 18-minute quali session and the 51 lap race. 306 kilometers ahead of them of racing action, and trying not to pop your wheel off, as that's going to be the main story of the race. Gilbert retires from the session. So Gilbert has given up. So he thinks there's not any point on keeping on going. So he is out. Him and his teammate looked like they had good pace last week in Australia, but Fuzz, who was leading the race, DNF'd, and Gilbert only coming home at P8 with 6 points. So it's very disappointing end to the McLaren's days, as of course Gilbert also crashed on the final couple of laps. So this part of the practice session is a good time, good thing to watch when trying to go to sleep. As we're just watching Cass go around the circuit. He's 3/10 up in the first sector. Purple first sector as well. Bit of a slide on the exit there of turn 7 through turn 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. The very, very, very tricky left, right, left, right, left. Castle section as it's known. 7 meters wide. Very, very difficult part of the track. And the narrowest part of the track on the entire calendar. Cass is really clear of this lot, isn't he? He's got some really good pace at the moment. Seconds last week. He crossed the line first, but had 9 seconds of penalties, while BS behind him only had 3. So BS took the win. And Cass will come across the line. 142.1. He's putting in some megatones. So let's see the actual times when we go into quali in 3 seconds time. Technician. He is done for the session. Cass will just be waiting on him now. I think Cass is going to do a practice start here. Or something. Or is he going to annoy us and just stop before the line? No, he's doing donuts. No, he's just reversing. Good lad. I like some fun around here. And Cass has the fastest time by over a second. So there we go. 2.2 seconds is the gap. Well done to Cass. Boro, who crashed out way ago. Second. Gilbert, third. Fourth, Technician, and then the other retirements of Allen in fifth. Fuzz, 6th, and 7th and 8th. No times, Ad and DJ. Oh, and we have a wet session, everybody. It is raining here in qualifying. The second qualifying session of the season here in Azerbaijan. And it is raining. So, it seems like it's going to be a very difficult session. Doesn't look like it's going to be wet tires. It seems like it's going to be inters. And the inters are on the Cadillac of Ad. As he comes out of the pit lane now, Alan also comes out. Cass and Technician with him. But it is intermediate tires. and it is raining here in Azerbaijan. The first rain we've seen this season. And hope we get some rain in the race as well to just spicing everything up. Borrow comes out of the pit lane as well, just waiting on the two McLarens of Fuzz Gilbert and then the Alpine of DJ, who of course crashed out in practice. I believe the first one to crash out as well. And him and Fuzz did not set a time on the board. So let's see their pace around the streets of Azerbaijan. DJ coming out of the pit lane. "16 minutes to go. 2 minutes have passed. No one is on a lap yet. But we are with Ad at the moment. All very slippery. You can see that he was sliding about there coming out of turn 18. And then on the rundown, the little right-hand kink of turn 20 is already gone past. And let's ride on board with him. Off into the escape road he goes, and that is his lap over. Seems like very, very tricky conditions out there at the moment. Maybe 2 warm-up laps would be necessary. Or it went off the road, but somehow didn't invalidate their cast. And, oh, very big slide, and a great save as well. Well done there to Cass to save that. And his lap continues. My word. I think Alan has come back into the pit lane, so he must have hit the wall and broken his front wing somewhere. And McLaren's still yet to come out on track. 13.5 minutes remaining. And Cass will be the first to set a lap time here in the streets of Baku. And what will it be? So 1:57.4 on the intermediate tyre. Technician will cross the line next. 1:57.8, 4 tenths off the pace from him. Borrow next to cross the line actually comes into the pit lane, so he's probably had a scruffy lap. And was there damage there? I saw. Seems like it. I think there is damage on his car. Ad 2 minutes 33.1, as of course he went down the escape road, and yes, there is damage on Borrow's car. DJ will be next to cross the line as he hits the wall there on the exit of turn 19. And DJ goes second fastest, 1:57.7. And I think is on a lap. I believe. Comes down to turn 7 now. Then turn 8 to 12. The castle section, very slidey. They're out of turn 7 and down the escape road again. He's having a very bad time at the moment. Alan on the soft tyre. Both McLarens on the soft tyre at the moment. So do they think the track will be dry enough for the soft tyre? We'll have to wait for it, but it looks like very slippery conditions out there, so I doubt the slicks will be doing any good. Cass goes into the pit lane, so does Technician. And, yeah, Race Control has put normal grip. So it seems like slick tyres is the way to go. Seems like the rain has stopped. And we can see maximum laps now. And good times, but it will still be a little bit damp out there. So I wonder how this will go. And maybe the McLarens and Alan was just waiting for it to get a bit more dry. And yeah, one of the McLarens goes out now. And it's Fuzz. Now let's see what Fuzz can do. He hasn't set a time in practice. So let's see what he can do here in qualifying. Last week he was leading the race and then crashed out in Australia. So let's see what happens to him this time round. Bo starts a lap now. Let's ride on board. Oh, he's gone off as well. So, Bo has gone off. He's on the soft tyre. Everyone else on the soft tyre as well. Technician is the only one that's still on the intermediate tyre, but he is in the pit lane at the moment, so he'll probably choose the soft in just a moment. But Bo, his lap is over. Look at the cars here. They're scrambling around. Oh, I heard someone go into the wall. And I think that was Cass. As Alan goes off into the escape road. My word. And no front wing on Cass's car, so he's lucky to escape from that. But that was a very, very weird moment that we just saw here. And Fuzz now starts a lap. His first lap will be set this day. It looks a bit damp out there, doesn't it? Yellow flag, and that's DJ. I think he's just giving himself a bit more space. As he's not too far behind the Red Bull of Allen. Purple first sector for Fuzz, that's expected because he is the first one to start a dry lap. Well, first one, that's actually past turn 1. His bio went off. 7.5 minutes remaining here in qualifying. Got a few drivers on the outlap. Cass will be pitting. He's got no front wing. So Fuzz currently making his way to the line, the longest straight on the calendar, 2 kilometers. And he drains the battery all the way to the line. And he will get provisional pole on this lap because he is the first driver to complete a lap in the dry conditions. It's a 149.9, and that will definitely be beaten, as we saw Castor a 142 in practice. So we'll definitely see better. DJ's on a lap, Bo, Ad, and Alan all on a lap. Four seconds up on his first sector there, DJ. So far looking so good at the moment through the castle section. DJ didn't set a lap time in practice as he crashed out very early on. But we'll see his true pace here in the dry. As Bo is on provisional pole, 1 minute 46.0. And he's quite clear of Fuzz at the moment. And Ad beats Fuzz, second place for Ad, 148.9. Alan will be next across the line in just a moment, in a few seconds now. DJ going through turn 18 and 19 as Alan goes to second place, 147.6. DJ will be next across the line. And yellow flag, and that's one of the Cadillacs, but they've both done a lap, so that wouldn't be a lap over for them. And DJ goes second, 146.9. And no one able to beat Bo at that moment. I believe Gilbert is on a lap at the moment. Going through the castle section now. Looked very rapid on the entry there. Fuzz has now started a lap. Yellow flag, and that's DJ, probably just giving himself a bit more space, as he likes to do. He likes as much space as possible for his quali laps. That's right on board with Gilbert. He's got very, very low battery. So his final sector will be atrocious. He'll come across the line and actually go to the top. The McLaren on top at the moment by a second. So well done to Gilbert there. Despite having no battery for the long back straight, he goes to the top now. Bo, he has just done a lap. So it's DJ and so has Alan. Ad goes into the pit lane. Fuzz, I believe, is on a lap right now. 3.5 minutes left in qualifying. And so far, Gilbert has got provisional pole. We're watching his teammate at the moment, P6 for him. Technician has gone off into the escape road, and I believe he was on a lap just then. And Fuzz going through turn 18 and 19, and then the quick kink of turn 20 here. And then it's just a straight line to the line. 2 kilometers with the foot flat to the floor. Until turn 1, and Fuzz goes up into P3 now. So McLaren 1-3. 4 tenths between Fuzz and Bo for P2. Anyone on a lap right now? I believe Cass's. He's draining the battery to the line. He probably hasn't used as much as he would like to. But he comes into the pit lane. He thinks that lap was not good enough. He's going to be tight on time here. He's going to be very tight on time. Might not even have another chance here, Cass. He was the top driver in practice by 2.2 seconds. DJ, 3 tenths quicker in the middle sector. Blasting his way down the hill now to end Sector 2. Sorry, he was 3/10 up in Sector 1, not 2. And he's 1.3 seconds up in Sector 2. And he will now drain the battery down to the line. 1 minute and 40 seconds to go. Cass is going to be tight on time here, and I don't think he will be able to set another lap. Cass is out. Provisional P7 for him. And DJ will come across the line and go to second. 4/10 off of Gilbert in provisional pole. Fuzz, I believe, is starting a lap right now. Technician is on a lap, I believe. And will be doing everything he can to get ahead and not be lost here. Cass is at the moment P7 and he will not be able to go again. He's on an out lap, but he doesn't have enough time. Technician 3 seconds up in the first sector. So the lap not looking too bad for Technician at the moment. Let's see what his sector 2 time will be at the end of this. One of the Cadillacs is going to be coming across the line to start one of their lap, and let's see who it will be. It is Ad. We have half a minute left to go. 30 seconds for the drivers to make their best lap times. It's going to be tight on time for Alan, but he'll be able to do it. And Paul improves 1:43.7. An incredible lap for the McLaren driver. And now Technician will be blasting his way down the straight through turn 20, draining the battery to the line. Qualifying session is over, and whoever is not on the lap is done. And Technician cannot get to the top. It's provisional P2 for the Racing Bulls driver. And DJ doesn't have enough fuel to make it. He's got no battery. We have a McLaren causing a yellow flag. He's probably gone to the escape road, and DJ is 2/10 slower on that lap, and he is provisional P3, cannot improve. Fuzz will be next to cross the line here in the McLaren, leading last week, then crashed out in Australia, and he goes to provisional pole, 2/10 quicker than his teammate in P2, and Fuzz provisional pole in the McLaren. When the Cadillacs will be next to cross the line, it'll be Ad. He rounds turn 18 and 19. Kink of turn 20 drains the battery in the black and white Cadillac. Down to the line. Currently P7 at the moment, but can he snatch pole here in Baku? No, he can't. It's only P3 for him. And he gets ahead of Technician, DJ, Bo, and Alan. And DJ and Technician done. Bo next to cross the line. What can he do? And he goes to the top and snatches provisional pole from Fuzz, who is in P2. And Alan only goes up to P5, and that is qualifying done. Boro is on pole for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix, and Fuzz, P2, who had a very, very, very difficult time last season in the championship. In every single race, he struggled, but he's now P2 here in qualifying. And wow, Bo on pole, and bring it on for the 51 lap race, 306 kilometers or 190 miles around the incredible Baku Street Circuit. And P2 is where Fuzz finished last season. One of only 2 drivers last season. And there we go. Bo fastest. Then it's Fuzz in second. McLaren 2-3. Well done to them. Gilbert third. Ad 4th, Alan 5th, Technician 6th, DJ 7th, who was second on the grid last week, and then Cass, who just wasn't able to get to the line in time, is P8. And what an incredible end to the session that was. Bring it on for the race. And we are here. The Baku Grand Prix will be starting very, very shortly. Week 2 out of 24 this season. We've got 51 laps of racing around Baku. 6 kilometers or 3.7 miles around the street circuit over one lap. But we're going to be racing a full distance of 306 kilometers or 190.1 miles. 20 corners. And it's going to be a very, very difficult and grueling race for these drivers. 51 laps of one of the toughest tracks on the calendar. And everyone will just be getting their strategy sorted. Maybe some tweaks to their setup if they need to. And then they'll be off for the formation lap before we start week 2. Last week's winner, BS. But he has not been able to participate today, nor is El Presidente, who was season 1 winner around here. DJ Booby, who is 7th on the grid, a shocking 7th, who was 2nd on the grid last week. He won last season around here. So we have a long race ahead of us, 1.5 hours of drivers fighting for for as many points as possible. And we're underway. Bowo hasn't gotten going. He's possibly just going to let everyone go first. But hopefully he's actually awake. So we can get going. But he's still there. And he's been disqualified probably because he hasn't gone going. So Fuzz leading the formation lap at the moment. We have a long race ahead of us. 51 laps. 300 kilometers. And Bowo will be leading us off pole position, following the 2 McLarens. And then it's Adam the Cadillac. It's Cadillac, McLaren, McLaren, Cadillac. Red Bull, Racing Bulls, Alpine, Audi. It was a tough race for the Cadillacs last week in Australia, as both of them were in the wars. Ad got P5, Bowo got P3, but yet again it was a very, very difficult race as they were all up in the wars. Fuzz leading the way at the moment before we get things underway. Alan wanting to get a move on. Last season we saw lots of Sunny Hayes formation lap stuff, but we could see a 2-stop strategy here. Let's see what tire everyone is on. Everyone's on the medium tire except for Bowo, who will be starting the race off pole if he wakes up this time. And now they line up on the grid to start war. Technician didn't get a good parking spot, and Ad didn't either. We have 306 kilometers of racing action on one of the toughest tracks on the calendar. It's all eyes to the lights and foot to the floor as we go racing here in Baku, and it's a poor start from Boro, and it's going to be 3 wide into turn 1, and Boro gets pushed off slightly, and Fuzz is leading, but his teammate wants to go back at him, and into turn 2 they go, and Gilbert side by side with his teammate, but Gilbert now takes the lead of the race, and Fuzz wants to go back at him into turn 3. There's 3 wide at the back there, and down the inside goes Fuzz, and I think he went off, and into the wall he goes, but does he have any damage? I don't think he does, so that's lucky for him. And look how close it is between all of them, and Boro wants to have a comeback from his poor start, but he can't. It's P3 for him at the moment. Cass going in very, very deep. At a poor start, down to P8. Cass up into P6. And my word, look at them all scrambling. Technician up into P4 now. Alan stays in P5. Through the 7-meter wide castle section. And cars were everywhere just then, but Boro wants to go at Fuzz here. And Gilbert leading the way. He DNF'd in the final few laps last week. And now he is leading by over 2 seconds now. As Fuzz, who was leading the race last week and then crashed out, he is P2. Boro, who got pole, down to P3 now. He got a podium last week. Now they go down the 2 kilometer long straight. And Boro will go past the McLaren of Fuzz and goes up into P2. Can Technician follow? Not quite, but the fight is still going on. Oh, and Fuzz goes off the road along with Technician, and they drop a bucket load of places now. Fuzz is now down into P5. Alan goes up into P3 from all of that confuffle. Boro up into P2 now. Cass, who started P8, which is dead last, P4 now for him. He's gone up 4 places here. DJ down the inside of his former teammate Fuzz, and up into P5 he goes. Lock up there from Cass. Just about made the corner there. And Technician, who didn't have a good turn 1 here on lap 2, is now down into P7. Will he be going for a dive down the inside at turn 7? No, he won't. Ad, who started P4, he's now down into P8. Him and Cass have swapped places here. 2.3 seconds between Gilbert and Boro. And how many times is the game going to show me possible strategies? That's what, the 3rd time now? But my word. Field's still very, very close together. Apart from, well, now the bollard is actually now been taken out already on lap 2. Oh, DJ went deep and he's got damage on his front wing. So does Cass. And Alan, oh, it's going to be side by side through here. And that could have ended in tears. But we now have 3 wide as Cass squeezed DJ to the wall and cuts across the front of Alan. And now it's going to be a drag race down to turn 1, side by side. It goes Fuzz and Alan. And I think Fuzz outbraked himself slightly and goes off the road. And Fuzz now goes to dead last. And did he hit the wall? I don't think he did, so that's lucky for him. But he is now 10 seconds from the next car in the queue. Oh, and had a big slide there as well. And off the road goes Cass. He's gone down the escape road now. And he goes back down to where he started, P8. Fuzz is right there. Right behind him now. 1.5 seconds now between first and second. Boro's closed the gap quite a lot here on lap 3. Allen so close to the back of Ad in the Cadillac, and I think Allen actually might have been in all that congestion there because he lost a few places just then. DJ back up to P3 and yellow flag, and who was that? DJ has gone into the wall and he has got no front wing, and we have a virtual safety car now, and DJ will have to pit. And we have our first virtual safety car of the season. And it's caused by DJ, who went into a wall there at turn 15. Very easily done. And he will have to pit. He will have to pit. And virtual safety car has restarted. Gilbert is now got so much pressure from in behind now, and Boro will now go to the left-hand side of the road and takes the lead of the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. A bad restart here for Gilbert as he drops down now to P2, and Boro now already over a second ahead. DJ has did go into the pit lane. Oh, Cass has gone onto the escape road again now. And they'll probably drop in behind Fuzz. Not quite. So Cass is now gone down that escape road twice now. He finished second last week, but he's not having a good start to the second race of the season. Gilbert, right in behind the Cadillac, who has just passed him. Very poor restart for the McLaren. And he's going to be looking to try and get back P1 here. He will have overtake mode. No, actually, I think Boro will. But Gilbert will have the slipstream. Will he be able to go for a dive into turn 1? He's a bit too far back. 4 tenths is the gap. Still under a second. And I think Technician will just wanting to be reeling in the cars in front. And Boro must have had a mistake there at turn 3. And, oh, Ad is out of the race. Ad has crashed out. And Ad is done for the day on lap 5. First of the retirements, and I suspect there will be more, and we have a safety car now. And I believe he just misjudged the corner there. And he is out of the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. So that's unfortunate to see Ad go. He got P5 last week. And now he is out of the race. This is bad news for Boro, because the drivers behind him can pit, but Boro can't. He's on a hard tyre. So very chaotic start, as we saw last week in Australia, of course. Also very chaotic there. Oh, I think Boro will be coming into the pit lane, and he is. from the hard tyre, so now Gilbert takes back the lead of the race. Will anyone else be following him in? Not yet. Alan is. Alan goes into the pit lane as well. So Bob puts on the medium tyre, so he's going to be with the rest now. So Fuzz doesn't pit, Cass does. And I believe he's got damage, so that is a wise option. And he does. He's got his right end plate gone. And DJ will pass him and go up into P6 now. So, guys, I will be back. I'm just going to go do something really quickly. And I'll be back in just a moment. Alright, I am back. And we're still under the safety car. Here on lap 7. So, Gilbert is on the medium tyre. Technician on the medium tyre. So is Fuzz and Bo. And then the hard runners, Alan, DJ, and Cass. And Fuzz is gone ahead of Bo. I saw when I came back in, those two swap places, so Bo must have accidentally got past and then had to give the place back. So if you're just joining us, we have a retirement of Ad on lap 5, still under safety car here on lap 8. And it should be in this lap because now Cass has joined the queue. So we'll be back underway very, very shortly. That's funny, you could see the green visor of Gilbert's helmet there through the window of the safety car just then. That was really funny to see. Maybe there again. Not quite. I think it's mainly the camera angle that's going to do that. Safety cars will be coming in this lap. So we'll be back underway in just a moment now as Gilbert leads the way. Technician in second. He was down to P7 just before the safety car. So it's quite remarkable to see him up there in P2. So let's see what he can do with the front runners. Gilbert leading the way. He goes now. And we're back underway. 8 laps in the bank. We've gone to lap 9 now. And Borrow and Allen side by side into turn 1. Borrow stays in front of the Red Bull. Gilbert still leading through turn 2. Oh, and off the road goes Technician as he goes off into the escape road, as we saw multiple times from him already today. And that's not ideal, and Allen has dropped a few places as well. So he must have had a moment himself, as Cass and DJ have their own little scrap as they swap places. And I think Technician has just gone off the road, and we have another safety car now, as Borrow and Fuzz swap places just before the safety car, and we're back under caution. My word. So I wonder what happened back there for Technician. He's got no front wing. But this is exactly what you expect for a league race in Azerbaijan. Crashes left, right, center. And I think we're going to see a lot more of these safety cars today. So Gilbert doesn't go into the pit lane. Borrow doesn't. Cass doesn't, but Fuzz does. DJ stays out. Allen stays out. And I believe Technician will be going in as well. So, plenty of chaos. And DJ and Allen actually swap places. That was very awkward there. Technician changing his front wing. But yeah, that was a very, very chaotic start to the second race of the season. Gilbert still leading the way as he actually went ahead of the safety car there for a second. That was a bit awkward. So we have one retirement so far, and that's the Cadillac of Ad, finished P5 last week. And he'll get no points today. So the safety car caused by technician, braking his front wing, off at turn 3. One lap 10, out of 51. We have 7 drivers out on track. We only had 3 by the end of practice. And those 3, the rest of them all crashed. So, yeah, it's been a very eventful day, to say the least. Lots of crashes, mistakes, and drivers going off into the escape road. But when technician joins the queue, we'll be back underway. What can we expect today? Not too sure, to be honest. It's quite unpredictable at the moment. Cass, who was 8th at the start, he is P1 now. So P1, P3. Gilbert is P1. Borrow P2, Cass P3, DJ P4, Alan P5 where he started, Fuzz 6th, Technician 7th. We've had lots of changes. Let's just see the position changes at the moment. Gilbert up 2, Borrow down 1, Cass up 5, DJ up 3, Alan stays where he started, Fuzz down 4, and Technician down 1. So everyone has done a stop apart from Gilbert. So it's quite, you don't often see a driver go for this long with 2 safety cars. But that's what he's deciding to do. No penalties so far. We had many last week. Safety cars in this lap. And we'll once again get back to racing. We're on lap 11. We'll cross the line when we go racing for lap 12. By giving Gilbert the hurry up here. Max Verstappen kind of style restart in second, isn't it? And the drivers very, very bunched together. And he goes. We're back underway here in Azerbaijan. And we cross the line to lap 12. A great restart from Gilbert. He's gone 8 tenths ahead. And DJ passed Cass, but he had to give it back because it was before the line. But can he go down the inside? No, he can't. Fuzz down the inside of Valen. And up into P5 goes Fuzz now. And that was the only position change. And Technician gets past Alan there. And Technician is up into P6 now. Alan, not a good restart for him. He's down 2 places now. Here we go, DJ down the inside on Cass. At turn 5, they make a little bit of contact, but Cass stays ahead of DJ in the Alpine. It's Audi versus Alpine here. And DJ not able to get past Cass. There's a heat wave in Europe at the moment. And pretty much all these drivers are in Europe. So it is quite hot where they are at the moment. And so it's going to be a very difficult race for everyone out there. There's only one driver that isn't in Europe. It's Technician. He's over in either USA or Mexico. I can't quite remember. But DJ looking to get past Cass here. Cass 2.2 seconds faster than anybody else in practice, and he's seeming well off the pace in qualifying and the race. And into the pit lane goes Borrow, so he's probably picked up some damage because he has dropped way back. And now down the inside goes DJ into turn 1, and he gets past Cass and goes up into P2 now because of Borrow, who went into the pit lane. And there's some drama here. I think there was contact between Fuzz and Cass as Alan gets past Technician. Up into P5 goes Alan, but Technician will have a go back at him as Cass gets past Fuzz now. Back up into P3 he goes. Alan looking down the inside of Technician, not finding a way past there. And DJ's already 2 seconds clear of Cass at the moment, who is now battling with the others down the order here, and hitting the wall there as Technician picks up no damage, luckily. But lots and lots of action here. Oh, big slide there from Alan out of turn 7. And he dropped quite a bit there. Gilbert leading the race. 3.3 seconds in the McLaren to second place, which is the Alpine of DJ, who was 7th on the grid in qualifying. He's now P2 here on lap 13. Very, very close between these drivers, and just about making the corner there's Technician. And seems like Fuzz will be able to get past Cass here very, very soon. Down the 2-kilometer straight. And Fuzz will go to the right-hand side of the road. And will he be able to sail on past the Audi? And Technician can get right up in this as well. But he's going to stay back for a bit as into turn 1 they go. And Fuzz not able to get past the Audi, but he's going to have a look down the inside into turn 2. No gap there for him. And now Technician wanting to get past it side by side. And Technician left-hand side of the road, still side by side with Fuzz on the way to turn 3. And Fuzz just not able to go down the inside and take P4 off of Fuzz, who started P2 in this race. Fuzz and Technician have already had some problems here in this race. And Technician will go down the inside here to turn 5 and 6. They're side by side. They make a tiny bit of wheel-to-wheel contact. But Technician gets past the McLaren and up into P4 he goes. DJ closing the gap rapidly here. Gilbert 1.4 seconds ahead of DJ now. 1.5. It's very, very close between these four at the moment. Technician looking to get past Cass here and take the final podium spot as Cass went off the road there at turn 16. But seems like Fuzz will be going at Technician here down the straight. They go. The long, long straight to turn number 1. Technician now under pressure here from Fuzz down the inside. And can't find a way past, but off the road goes Technician. And did he avoid the wall? Yes, he did. I've just noticed Alan has got no end plates. And that was not too... but he actually came out there very, very cleanly, as Fuzz must have had a moment out of turn 1 because he dropped well back. But 2.6 seconds up the road is Cass from Fuzz now. So all of them must have made mistakes there at that point. Under a second now between first and second, and Technician has gone down the inside and taken P4 from Fuzz. And Fuzz has got no end plate there on the right hand side of his car. Gilbert under pressure here from DJ, looking for his first win this season. The reigning champion from Season 2 is DJ. It's very close between Alan and Fuzz here. It's going to be a drag race. But at the moment, let's watch the leaders as DJ is right there. And he's going to go to the left-hand side of the McLaren. And he's going to go down the inside. And DJ, it's not over yet, but outbraking himself is Gilbert. Just about manages to avoid the wall. And into the lead goes DJ. DJ looking for his first win since Qatar last season. As there is a moment here with Fuzz. He must have gone off somewhere, or was it Alan? I think it was Alan, actually. Actually, there's end plates on Alan's car. I apologize for that. Fuzz has gone off into the escape road now. He was second last season, and it seems like it's going to be a worse result for him, as he's now down to P6, making many, many mistakes this race. Cass 1.6 seconds behind Gilbert in the McLaren in P2. Just lots and lots of chaos. Bo, who hit a lap after the safety car ended, is now 2 seconds behind Fuzz. That is just the amount of chaos that we've seen. And Bo also has the fastest lap of the race as well, as I saw pop up earlier. And now Cass actually beats that time, 1:46.2. And he is now the fastest man out there at the moment, 1.3 seconds behind Gilbert now. It's very close between Bo and Fuzz here for P6. And he'll have the slipstream. He has overtake. But just doesn't have enough battery to get past the McLaren. And I think Fuzz just about made the corner there as he dropped lots and lots there at turn 1. Just about stays ahead, but probably not for long, as the Cadillac has the slipstream, has overtake, and he will go down the inside into turn 3. But, oh, and off the road goes Fuzz once again. Carbon copy of last lap. And Fuzz falling even further back now. Very, very difficult time for a lot of these drivers at the moment. Cass under a second behind Gilbert now, who was 3 seconds behind DJ. Four and a half tenths between second and third. Cass has overtake. He has the slipstream. Which way will he go? He'll go to the left-hand side of the road. And I don't think Gilbert will make a fight out of this. And Cass will now... Oh, but he will. He'll go down the inside and there's contact into turn 1. And that was a very, very awkward scenario between Cass and Gilbert. And lots of wheel spin there out of turn 2 as well for the McLaren driver who hasn't pit yet. The only driver that hasn't pit yet. My goodness me. 4 seconds now between first and second. Riding on board here with Gilbert as technician in the Racing Bulls is rapidly closing the gap through the castle section now. Let's ride on board with technician as he is closing the gap to Gilbert at the moment. Here on lap 18, when the final sector now is DJ. Goes into the final sector. 20 seconds or so until we go on to lap 19 out of 51. Technicians still closing the gap, opening up just a bit here as we go on to the 2 kilometer long straight. And Gilbert actually peels off into the pit lane and goes on to the hard tyre now. So he's probably trying to do a one-stop strategy here. And Alan, Borrow, both of them will sail past Borrow, closing the gap to Alan in the Red Bull. Alan's teammate won last week. BS. Alan didn't participate last week. But now his teammate isn't participating this week. Fuzz goes into the pit lane and retires and gives up. Or did he crash because we have a safety car? So is it another accident for Fuzz as he went into the pit lane? It's a very, very difficult pit entry as it's so easy to go into the pit lane too quick and hit the wall, and that must have been what he has done, because he has caused a safety car now. On lap 19, and that is not good. He DNF'd last week. He was leading the race last week and DNF'd out of turn 10. And now he is out of the race, and he must have crashed on the pit entry, because it is just so easily done, and we have a safety car. So if DJ comes into the pit lane, you'll watch how difficult the pit entry is. But he's not at the moment, and neither does Cass. Both of them stay out. Will Technician be going into the pit lane? No, he won't. That's a bit unfortunate there for Gilbert, as he just pit as well. Allen and Borrow, 4th and 5th. So if one of these drivers pit, you'll watch. Yeah, and here we go. Look how difficult the pit entry is. And going at 300 kilometers an hour, that will be very, very difficult. So that must have been what Fuzz has done, because the safety car came out. A safety car never comes out if you just retire through the menu. So it must have been what he's done. So that's very unfortunate to see. So Bo has pit. He is on the medium tyre now. Will he be making it to the end? Probably not. Keep the safety cars coming for my throat's sake, because I have been quite sick lately. And you haven't been hearing it. Because I keep on muting, but I've been coughing lots and lots. And now I'm talking a lot, and I'm still sick. My throat is really hurting right now, so, yeah, so these safety cars, keep them coming. Oh dear. Unfortunate to see Fuzz go, though. This safety car couldn't have come at a worse time for Gilbert as well, as he just pit a lap earlier. Or half a lap earlier. So he probably would have been ahead of Bo and Alan if it wasn't for the safety car happening late. So I'd imagine the safety car will be coming in this lap. as everyone is in the queue. And we'll be back underway very, very shortly. Cheers, Max. Yep, and safety car will be coming in this lap now. DJ leading the way. Cass telling him to hurry up here. One lap, 22 out of 51. When we cross the line, we are on lap 23 when they cross the line. When does DJ go? It is now. And we're back underway here in the second race of the season. DJ leading the way, Technician and Alan going side by side. A bit of a lock up there from Technician, but he makes a corner and Alan cannot get past Technician. Oh, and he's hit the rear of Cass and he's spun him around. And now that has put Technician and Cass to the back of the field. And that is a very, very unfortunate moment. For Cass and Technician, they have come to blows at turn 2. And that is very unfortunate to see. We've got Bo looking to the inside here of Allen. Can't find a way past. 2.7 seconds now between first and second already. But it's still very, very close for the long run. Technician Cass probably didn't lose that much, but Bo blasts on past the Red Bull and goes up into P2 now. Bo, of course, who started on pole and did not have a good start. He is now back up into P2. And I think Cass will be very, very frustrated with Technician at the moment, as he hit the rear of his car at turn 2. And looking to the inside and locking up. And that was so close to rear-ending or T-boning the Cadillac of Borrow. And in the meantime, he loses a place to Gilbert, who's now up into P3 after a very badly timed safety car. And now Cass will be going at Allen here and will go round him and takes P4 off of him, and Technician still in P6. Borrow closing the gap to DJ at the moment. The reigning world champion will be having to defend a driver who's on very fresh tyres compared to him. But it's very, very close. Allen, Season 1's champion, P5 at the moment. He's having a very hard time today. It's his debut for the season. He didn't participate last week. Oh, he's just gone into the wall as well. Speaking of him, he's just gone into the wall, and that's invited Technician to go past the Red Bull, but the switchback will be made. Really. He can't execute it, but up at the front here, Borrow will go to the right-hand side of the road and not able to get past the Alpine at this stage. He's still got the slipstream, he's got overtake mode, he's got the fastest lap of the race, but he just can't get past the Alpine. But he will have a look into turn 2. No gap there. He's a bit too far back for a corner like that. But he'll have another go to turn 3. Technician and Alan having their own battle. They're side by side in the background. But so far, let's have a look at the race lead here as DJ just stays ahead at the moment. Can Alan go for a move into turn 3? No, he can't. Technician is past and up into P5. Borrow, so close to the back of the Alpine. Borrow had a difficult time last week. Picked up a podium, however. Got P3. And it looks like he's going to get something better here. He got a win on debut in Hungary last season and is so close to contact through there. But Borrow gets past DJ and takes the lead of the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. And he'll be going off into the distance now with only 5 laps on those medium tyres. DJ, 21 laps on the hard tyres. So he will just rocket away. And now DJ will be under pressure here from Gilbert, who is in P3 at the moment. He's got much fresher tyres than him. He's got the slipstream. He's got overtake mode. But he's way too far back to go for a lunge on the inside. And it's now over a second between those two. Oh, lots of wheel spin. We're seeing lots of that today. Lost end plate on the right there of Technician's car. We have a yellow flag and it's Cass. And Cass has made a major mistake there at turn 3. He has no damage, fortunately. But he's now back with the guy who spun around and hit him. And oh, that was so loose there. Into turn 5 and very loose out of turn 6 as well. He's struggling at the moment on those 20-lap old hard tyres. And as predicted, Borrow is flying away. 2.5 seconds now. Behind is DJ in the Alpine. And Gilbert is right behind him, looking to pounce on the Alpine. On lap 26, in 10 seconds or so, we'll be on to lap 27. We're on the halfway stage of this Grand Prix, and DJ is defending from the McLaren, who's got overtake mode, who's got the slipstream. And can he get past the Alpine? Bo sets the fastest lap of the race. Gilbert goes to the left-hand side of the road and goes down the inside into turn 1. Can he get the move done? Yes, he can, but the switchback is attempted from DJ. Not able to execute it. And DJ stays in behind at the moment. So Gilbert now up into P2. And Allen has had a moment. And Allen has no front wing. He's hit the wall at turn... Oh, and off the road goes Gilbert. Allen hit the wall, I believe, at turn 1. And there's a bit of a dust-up between Technician and Cass. They're going side by side. They made contact earlier on. And Cass will have a look down the inside. At turn 5, they make a little bit of contact. Enough room given, however. And Cass is ahead of the Racing Bulls driver. Lots and lots of battling out here at the moment. My word. Only 2 retirements. Based on the amount of chaos we've seen so far in this race and in practice. Thought there would be way more. Thought we'd only have like 3 left at this point. But no. They're keeping it on track, I guess. And oh, Alan has crashed. Alan is out of the race, and we have another safety car, and we have 5 remaining. I was just talking about how it's surprising that we haven't seen as many DNFs as we saw in practice. But maybe. I'm going to eat my words in a moment. We'll see. DJ comes into the pit lane. And I think Alan may have... sorry. Gilbert pits as well. I think Alan... Oh, yes. Sorry. And Cass. And Technician follows. Bo, the only one to not pit. All of them go onto the medium tyre, I believe. DJ on the medium tyre. Gilbert on the medium tyre. Technician on the medium tyre. Cass on the medium tyre. Everyone on the medium tyre now, and Bo's got 8 laps on those mediums. Back to Alan. I think he forgot he had no front wing, because where he crashed, it's a very unusual place to crash. So he must have understeered into the wall and crashed out. Season 1 champion out of the race. In his first race of the season as well. And for Fuzz, it's been a double DNF in the season so far, and he's looking like he's got some really good pace. But at the moment, he has just made too many mistakes. He is out of Australia, of the Australian race. He's out of the Azerbaijan race. And Ad, P5 last week, DNF'd on lap 5. We've still got a long way to go here in this race. Lap 28 out of 51. And I'll take a break, and I'll be back shortly. Safety cars in this lap now, and we'll be back underway very, very shortly. Bo, who started on pole and then dropped all the way to the back a couple times, he is now leading this race. He's got worn tyres, 10 lap old medium tyres, the rest on 2 laps. So he's going to have to do a bit of defending here in this race. when we cross the line will be on lap 30 out of 51. And he goes. We're back underway here in Azerbaijan in Race 2 of JP Racing League Tier 1 Season 3. Very, very spread out safety car restart. And all looking to have a lunge there is Cass on DJ. He probably outbraked himself a little bit. Quite close here. Oh, lunging down the inside and outbraking himself, and Cass is out of the race. And that was a big, big accident. And I think Technician outbraked himself there and ended up punting Cass into the wall and out of the race. And he will be in big, big strife for that one. And I really don't think there's anything defending him on that one. So, Technician has taken Cass out twice this race. He has spun round Cass at turn 2 from the rear, and now he's dive bombed him and put him into the wall. And Technician has caused another safety car. Half of the grid has retired in this race now. But that was a very, very unfortunate moment. And we've seen Cass retire from the race. As him and Technician, I don't think, will be best buddies after this. And no doubt, they'll probably be arguing at this point. They're both in the Discord chat as well. In the same chat, so... Well, voice chat. Borrow goes into the pit lane. So Borrow has gone into the pit lane now. He'll be pitting. And Gilbert takes back the lead of the race. It's been a while. Wow. My word, was that a very, very unfortunate moment to see. Technician is a great driver. But today has not been one of his best days, I will have to say. I think the moral of the story of this race? Chaos. Yeah, basically, like what we saw over in Australia, but it's a bit more cleaner. Better racing. There's been 3 major moments that Technician has hit people. One was in practice, where he just ran the rear of Fuzz. And then next, of course, was Cass spinning him around, and now, of course, into the wall. Dive bombed him and into the wall, and I don't think that was on purpose by the looks of things, because he outbraked himself and then moved. So he was closing the gap rapidly in the braking zone and then moved, so it doesn't seem intentional at all. And it never is with him. He never wants to do that to someone, and he has to pit. He's got a very damaged front wing. So Technician, I think, will not be making any friends at the moment. And he does go into the pit lane. We haven't seen any penalties so far in this race, which is good to see. We saw loads of them last week in Australia. It's a lot more easier to get track limit penalties then. In Azerbaijan, sorry, not so much, as there's only really 2 to 3 places, 2 or 3 places. So yeah. Technician has gone on to the soft tire, so if he will be going to the end, I'm not too sure. Yeah, I think Technician is in deep, deep trouble at the moment. As Cass, I don't think he will be liking him at the moment. I think there's going to be a big old rivalry between those two. It's unfortunate to see stuff like that happen. But unfortunately, it happens in motor racing. Collisions happen, not intentional whatsoever, and it doesn't look intentional. Safety cars in this lap. We have 4 drivers left. And Gilbert is leading the way. Putting some heat in those tyres, and he goes now. We're back underway. We're on lap 33 now. Very close between DJ and Borrow. Borrow goes to the right-hand side of the road and goes around the outside and takes P2 from DJ. Borrow's got the oldest tyres out of anybody at the moment. And, oh, lock up from Gilbert. And he goes straight on. And into the escape road he goes. And he goes far down the order, down to P4 now. And Borrow, under pressure here from DJ. 3.5 tenths, 4.5 tenths now. Lots and lots of mistakes we've seen. We've got 18 laps to go, and Paul has gone off again. It's back-to-back escape road trips for him. Technician 2 seconds behind the top 2, even with those soft tyres. Exactly second between Borrow and DJ at the moment. Make that 1.2 seconds now. Everyone is now over seconds clear of each other. When Borrow crosses the line, which is now, we have 17 laps to go in this race. And it's been a rather chaotic one. Will we see any more safety cars? Pretty likely. So we're on lap 34 out of 51. Borrow leading the way, 1.6 seconds ahead of DJ. 1.2 seconds back from DJ is Technician with the soft tyre, who's now closing the gap. Who just made a new enemy today. Oh, DJ has got a 3-second penalty for multiple warnings. And that could be crucial in this race. But as I was saying, technician making enemies. Today, hitting Cass twice. And I don't think both of them look intentional. One, it was just a bit too close. And the other one just outbraked himself and had nowhere else to go. And put him into the wall, which caused the safety car and caused Cass's retirement. Very close between these two. Narrowly avoiding the wall is Technician. He has the overtake mode. He has the slipstream. But he had a bad exit, however. And he's losing time to DJ. Bo puts in the fastest lap of the race, 1:45.2. And I'll give him an extra point by the end of this. If he keeps that. There is extra rewards for cleanest driver, fastest lap, most overtakes, and driver of the day. 10 points for cleanest driver, 5 points for driver of the day, 2 points for most overtakes, and 1 point for the fastest lap. The winner gets 28 points. And so far, Bo is bringing it home. But can he hold on to it? That is the real question. Under a second now is Technician from DJ. He's right on board with Technician as he's trying to close the gap and get past DJ to take P2 in Azerbaijan. He's on the soft tyre. And, oh, Gilbert has gone into the wall. And he's got no front wing. So, chances of a podium is slipping away for Gilbert. He started P3. He's down to P4, 1:44.9, 1:44.6 for Technician now, as he sets the fastest lap of the race. Gilbert goes into the pit lane to change his front wing. Meanwhile, Technician hunting down DJ for P2, while Bo is just off there in the distance, 2.4 seconds ahead of him. Oh, he just about managed to avoid the wall there. That could have been race over for DJ. Technician, he's right there, putting the pressure on DJ. He's just too far back. He's losing it in the second sector. He's gaining the time in the second sector, however. Technician, just there. DJ just can't shake off the racing bull. And look how close he is. He's just got to stay under 3 seconds to DJ to get past him. He doesn't have to overtake him. Gilbert has gone into the pit lane again, so he must have broken his front wing again. No, he hasn't. He's just wanting to do another pit stop, I'm guessing. These two very close. This is going to be a good battle. Reigning world champion versus rookie. And it seems like Technician is the faster driver out of these two at the moment. He's just got to get past. And it seems like that time is now. Technician will go to the right-hand side of the road. Can he get close enough to fight for P2 here? Not quite. He's got to get past him at some point here. Bit loose there. Into turn 5. We're lap 38 out of 51. Bo must have made a mistake somewhere. He's dropped a few tenths. Wonder if there's any damage on Bo's car. And yes, there is there? Can't quite tell. I think there is. I think there's a little bit. No, there isn't. He's got a fully intact front wing. Gilbert, 1 minute and 20.6 seconds behind this battle that we're seeing right now. He's just exit turn 1. Technician just not able to get close enough to go for a move. DJ doing very well to defend. Remember, this is realistic performance. So the faster drivers are in the slower cars, and the slower drivers are in the faster cars. Technician just not able to get past him at the moment. He is right where he needs to be, though, to get past him at the end. And he was very, very slow through turn 6 there. So he must have gone very deep at turn 5. And he's losing lots of time. So something going wrong here for Technician. I don't think so. I think he just made a mistake. The gap is a bit inconsistent, but around the same between first and second. Ooh, lots of wheel spin. Ooh, I heard someone hit a wall, and it might have been Boro, but I didn't see any damage on his car. So I think all is okay at the moment for him. I think Technician's tyres will start to become a bit worn now. We have 10 laps to go in the second race of the season. On lap 41 out of 51. Still a bit to go. Still anything could happen in this race. Gilbert could crash out and would just close the gap and make chaos for everyone at the top. You never know what could happen. Oh, Technician had a big moment back there in the background. I just saw that in the corner of my eye. He was swerving everywhere. And I thought he was just about to spin and crash out. And that would gift an impossible podium to Gilbert. But no, it didn't happen. But my word, I thought it was about to. And it was definitely a mistake for Technician going onto the soft tyre. Seems like medium was the way because he is falling back very quickly. Bo's tyres are older, so we could see the gap close a bit more. Just under a second now between first and second. 9 laps to go. He's just not closing the gap as much as he would like to. .8 seconds now between DJ and Technician. So definitely you should have gone on the medium tyre as the softs are starting to wear out quite a lot now. We're like 43 out of 51. Not long left in this race. Oh, I think Bo just hit the wall then. Has it got any damage? No. My word, that was very unfortunate. But he is still leading the race. We have 8 laps to go in this race. The field just spread out at the moment. DJ doing everything in his power to catch up to Bo. Let's ride on board for a lap with DJ Boo. It was a very, very scruffy lap, wasn't it? Made a few mistakes on that lap, and he's lost half a second on that lap. So it seems like Bolo has got this win in the bag. Meanwhile, technician pit for another set of soft tyres. Oh, Bolo keeps hitting the wall but getting away with it with no damage. It's been a bit of a pattern for DJ at this track. Season 1 he came second, Season 2 came first, Season 3 seems like he's going to come second again. So it seems like it's going on a bit of a pattern for him at the moment. And Boa is now has 5 laps to go. The gap is closing just a little bit, but I don't think there's enough time for DJ to get past and then build a 3-second gap. Unless Borrow makes a big mistake. Gilbert exactly a minute behind Technician. He's not had a good time, has he? Gilbert. He was up there. But in the second half of the race, it has not gone his way at all. Got 4 laps to go. And off the road! Off the road goes Borrow! And now that gives the lead to DJ! And into the lead goes DJ! And now, behind is Borrow, and that might have just cost Borrow the race win here. He needs to close just over a second to get back into the lead of this race. But that is unbelievable. I said earlier, anything could happen, and my God, it did. Borrow went off into the escape road at turn 3, and now is 4.2 seconds behind DJ with a 3-second penalty, and Technician crashes out of the race at the same spot that Borrow went off. That doesn't cause a safety car, as we only have 3 laps to go when we cross the line. But Technician ruins his chances of a podium. He will still pick up points for P4 because he's crossed the 75% mark. But that has just gifted an impossible podium to Gilbert. What unbelievable scenes that I have just witnessed, that everyone has just witnessed. Borrow has made a mistake, and he is now behind DJ Booby, out of the 3-second range. DJ has a 3-second penalty. And Borrow just needs to close 6/10 to win this race. Make that 9/10 now. He has to close a whole second. He's got a big job to do. He's got older tyres as well. But this race has really come alive. All that Borrow needs to do to make up from his mistake is close the gap and put it under 3 seconds. Like I said earlier, anything could happen, and it did. Borrow has made a catastrophic mistake that may have just cost him the race win, the first win of the season. And reigning world champion DJ Booby could get another win to his belt. Last win was in Qatar for him. Last season. What unbelievable circumstances that we have just witnessed here in JP Racing League. Oh, it's very, very, very close. Just over. This is unbelievable. Last race win for Borrow was on debut in Hungary. Last season. This is an unbelievable storyline. You can script it, but in events like this, It is just unbelievable. DJ, I lost hope. I thought he wasn't going to be able to get this win. I think it was all Burrows. But now it's coming down to the wire. It's coming down by 0.3 of a second. 2.5 laps to go. It's going to be a mystery to who wins this. It's going to be on raw pace alone. Burrow is now in position to win the race. Not anymore. He's now out of that 3 seconds. Back in it now. One mistake costs everything, and Burrow is now 0.5 in the window. Closing the gap more and more will be beneficial. 2 laps to go, and DJ needs to open a 0.2 gap to win this race. And unbelievable storylines. Now DJ's leading the way. Not anymore. It's all on a pace race at the moment based on the penalty that DJ has. He has to finish over a second ahead of Burrow. Burrow, 2.6 seconds behind. He's closing the gap. Chances are looking like it could go Burrow's way. He is pushing. He is flying out there. He just gained 0.8 of a second in one sector. He is flying out there. Burrow doing everything he can in his power to make up for the mistake, but he's hit the wall. He has hit the wall. He's still on track. He's got no damage, but that's cost him around 0.3, and that could be the end. If he loses the time, that cost him the win. If he loses this race, that is what's cost him the win. That mistake there. We're about to have 1 lap to go. DJ, who started in P7. He is currently leading this race. But he's got a 3-second penalty. Burrow, 1.8 seconds behind. It's going down to the wire. DJ now crosses the line and starts the final lap of the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Unbelievable storylines. It's coming down to the wire here. 0.9 that DJ needs to pull to win this race. It's a pace race at the moment. 2.2 seconds between them. He needs to pull 0.8 to win. Burrow needs to stay where he is to win this race. We saw last week that the win was decided on penalties. Cass went across the line first. He had 6 more seconds added to what BS had. A slide from DJ. That wiggle may have costed him a bit. But I think Burrow also had a moment. He had another wiggle on the exit of turn 7. The gap is closing. And it seems like DJ will be losing the win. Burrow currently Burrow is currently winning. He is 2 seconds behind. DJ with a 3-second penalty. It seems like it's all going to Burrow's way. He made up from his mistake. And he will come across the line to win in Azerbaijan and takes home his first win since Hungary last season. And Burrow converts pole to a victory. And once again, the race win is decided on penalties. DJ, 1.3 seconds behind Borrow in the end. And Gilbert, 1 minute and 44.8 seconds back, will come home for an impossible P3 finish. What a race that was. It came down to the wire in the end. But Borrow had the ultimate pace. And pace was the important factor in that moment. And Borrow had it, and he made up from his crucial mistake that could have cost him the race win. But Borrow is your winner in race 2 of the season. Just waiting on Gilbert now. My word, that has been an incredible race. Gilbert, he's been up there at the top end of town, but he's just fallen further and further away. So it's a very disappointing finish, but he grabs P3. He didn't crash. The others did, and he benefited off of those crashes. And Gilbert crosses the line to take the final podium spot and the last place driver that has finished the race. What an unbelievable race that was, and Borrow takes it home. He had a catastrophic mistake that could have costed him the race win, but he closed the gap and won it, and was under 3 seconds from DJ Booby. He had the older tyres, but he had the ultimate pace in that Cadillac, and threw everything at it and got the win. Now that is what you call a race coming down to the wire. Cleanest driver goes to James Borrow. Most overtakes DJ Booby. Driver of the day, DJ Booby. Fastest lap goes to your mum's technician. Race winner, James Borrow. And how about that race? Exact 100 minutes of racing action. And what a race that was. James Borrow, your winner of the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Thank you guys for watching Race 2 of JP Racing League Tier 1. I will see you next week when we go to